29 forecast.
Fair weather cumulus in our blue sky once again today. You are looking live over Charlottesville and Central Virginia as viewed by our Carter Mountain weather camera. If you look in the foreground there, those are the apple trees at the top of the mountain there, Carter Mountain, and it looks like we'll start to see some better weather ahead until the weekend. So a good time to get out there and pick those apples. Hello, I'm meteorologist Josh Fitzpatrick, and that is the next big thing I'm trying to keep on the Weather Center. By the weekend, the weather pattern is going to change. Watching closely a storm system off the southeast coast, and right now it is poised to move its way back to the west and give us a pretty good chance of rain, but not until Saturday and Sunday. In that first forecast for your Tuesday afternoon, daytime highs reaching barely 80 degrees. Most areas will top out in the upper 70s, maybe the lower 80s, with sunshine and a few puffy cumulus up in our sky. Once again, with a very dry atmosphere and a light southwest breeze. Currently at the midday hour, almost still barely 70 in Stanton to Harrisonburg, 74 right now in Charlottesville, and 75 seems to be the warm spot in Louisa. Dry scans on our live Doppler radar network. Those clouds overhead will not produce anything in the way of rainfall. I'm watching a couple of weather disturbances though over the Chicagoland area and also across the southern plain states, but this is moving into a very dry atmosphere. It will not produce anything in the way of active weather for our region. The most active weather is staying well to our south and west towards the Red River Valley of Texas and into Oklahoma City. That's where severe weather is likely by tonight. But I'm watching this developing area of rainfall that's highlighted over the Bahamas, the southern part of Florida. This is going to further develop and move right up the east coast as we head towards the end of the week and the weekend. Now, our forecast guidance, they're not in great agreement. The European model wants to give us a good soaking rain starting Sunday, but the American GFS says, hold on a minute, we're going to keep the rain off to our east. Now, if you remember yesterday, the forecast models were saying just the opposite of each other. So right now we do have rain in the forecast, but it all depends on how far west that low moves. But it does look like we will get at least some rainfall and cooler temperatures. Many areas on Saturday, especially if we get that rain, will not get out of the 60s for daytime highs. In your storm team 29 report for the rest of the day, mostly sunny and comfortable, highs in the mid 70s to the lower 80s, which is about average for the almost end of summertime. And for the overnight lows, upper 40s to the mid 50s with a clear sky. Patchy fog will form, especially along the river valleys. And your forecast on Wednesday, maybe a degree or two warmer, upper 70s, low 80s, a light south breeze with a sunshiny sky. 7-day forecast, lows in the 50s, highs upper 70s, low 80s through Friday with sunshine Wednesday, Thursday, and with the cooler overnights, ragweed pollen will be on the rise. And then by the weekend, off and on rain, but at least right now, Friday looks fine for high school and college football. And then the weekend, it'll be cooler with highs barely 70 to 75 with off and on rain at this time, Jared.